When you work with formatting, it allows you to draw attention to something or kind of push it to the side. But what we want to do with formatting, which means change the appearance of something, we want to put a condition to it, meaning if it is equal to this condition or greater than or less than this condition, then I want you to shade it green and make it dark green text or values. So that's the kind of formatting that we want to work with, and it's called conditional formatting. And you'll see this in a section on your Home tab. In the ribbon it says Styles, and then you'll see Conditional Formatting. So if you hit the down arrow for that, the first one we're going to work with is Highlight Cells Rules. And we'll see things like greater than, less than, between, equal to. We can work with text and dates, and then just simply finding duplicate values. So first things first, the easiest way to do this is select the area that you're going to apply the conditional formatting to. So I've selected this area from labor cost to other costs. And then I go up to Conditional Formatting, Highlight Cells Rules, and I choose greater than. And then by default, it's throwing in $1,500 within that section. What I really want to see is something at 2,000 or higher. And notice I'm not formatting this. I'm not having to put in a $sign, a decimal, and 2 zeros. I can just put in a whole number there. And by default, it'll make it light red fill, so your background to it, and then a dark red text. So if I click OK, I'm going to click away from it. These two match that condition. So since it did, conditional formatting says fill it with red, light red, but make the text, or in this case numbers, a dark red. Okay. Now you can apply multiple formats to the same section. Just be careful that you don't lose sight of where it crosses over, where something may be in two different conditions. Okay, so let's do this. Let's choose this section again, conditional formatting, highlight cells rules, and we'll do less than. And let's do 2,000 again, and we don't want it the same color because that would defeat the purpose. Let's do a yellow fill with dark yellow text. I click OK. Now so far we're okay because these are definitely over 2,000 and everything else is over 2,000. But if you go in here again and you apply something where it might cross over, where this is meets another condition, then it picks that up. So there is a hierarchy as you begin to apply them. It applies the latest one, and it keeps that hierarchy in there unless you move around the rules, which is later when we work with custom lists and new rules here. So as you're looking at this, that's fine because they don't interfere. But a word to the wise that you want to be careful how much you do, because you may interpret it wrong because it's working with multiple conditions. So if you want to clear any conditions, one way to do that is drop down Conditional Formatting, Clear Rules, and from selected cells would work, or for the entire sheet as well. So I'm going to do that, and now it's all back. All right, so let's take a look at some of the other ones. Conditional Formatting, Highlight Cells Rules, Between. So now we can be looking for, because this is all data, 750 and 2250 if we want. Let's say we're looking for anything between 500 and 1500, and let's make it a green fill with dark green text. I click OK, and there they are. Okay. All right, so those are good. I think our next one is equal to. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and select it. We're going to keep them here and do Conditional Formatting, Highlight Cells Rules. So I'm looking for a particular number. So I'm looking for $345. Let's do a red border on that one and click OK. And those two match exactly. It's not interfering with the green one at all, so that worked out well. All right. So now a few others here are text, and then dates, and then duplicate values. So let's work with text. So I'm going to go over here, select that. And by the way, this could be your whole worksheet. I'm just choosing small sections. Highlight cells rules with text that contains Let's look for the word test. I can't find it, so I need to go see what that looks like. Just do a light red fill on it, and I click OK, and there it is. So the word test is somewhere in that particular cell, and it will highlight it for me. Now we have dates, and the way dates work is you go to highlight cells rules, a date occurring, and it gives you a drop-down list. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, in the last 7 days, last week, this week, next month, last month, this month, and next month. Now, at this point, that's your choices. You'd have to go in and create a custom rule, and we're not there yet. We will do that in a session, but for this point, this is what you have. So I'm going to choose last month, and I click OK. Let's do something else. Just do red text and click OK. So I click away. This one's in red text. April 11th, that was last month as of this recording. All right, so we have all of those. We've done all of the highlight cells rules, text, dates, duplicate values. Let's take a look at that one. Now, these 345 are duplicated, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the formatting and from selected cells. I'm going to leave the others on, and that's still selected, and now I'm going to go highlight cells rules, duplicate values, and let's just do a red border on those. I click OK, and so all of these are duplicated somewhere within the worksheet or this area, and those are obvious. Those are zeros, and then the two 345s are there. So a really quick way to highlight information on your worksheet and give you an indication of where it is and what those conditions are, so that you can quickly find those things and point them out if you need to.